Hello guys and welcome to this week's studio vlog. New pins arrived. I'm kind of late on everything because I've been a little bit lazy I guess this week, at least in regards to filming content. So now we need to get a lot of stuff done at once, and we are starting out with grading enamel pins. So these are the pins from my February pin club. I've been waiting for them for quite a while, but they finally arrived. So we need to get them all out of their packaging. This is what the pin looks like. Cute. I really like how it turned out, and it's also a little bit smaller in comparison to the January pin, which was in Germany, Banban in Germany. This is Banban in France. It's half a centimeter less, but the size difference looks insane. Let me show you. Ja, let me show you, sagt sie. Noch kein Lauf. Ui. So this is a size comparison for the January and February pin, and as I mentioned, the only difference is half a centimeter. It looks insane. This one is 6.5, this one is 6 centimeters. Oh my god, yeah, it looks like a lot. I don't know. I also was kind of shocked how big this one turned out. So this is the more appropriate side. It's still a very big pin. If you know my pins, I make a lot of huge pins. I would say they are mostly not suited for wearing on clothes. So if you're somebody who likes wearing enamel pins on their clothes, I would not recommend buying my pins as much. I have a few smaller ones, but most of them are actually very big ones, and I would call them more of a collector's item. They're really good for pin boards or for eater bags, and they always have like a nice scenery, and I think a lot of them tell a little story. But yeah, they're very detailed and very heavy. So I always say I don't recommend wearing them on clothes, because I actually think you can ruin your clothes with them because they weigh a lot. Bless my manufacturer for wanting all these pins to be protected, but honestly the double protection is still annoying me. So they not only come in this clear bag, but they also come in this bubble wrap on top of it. I try to keep them and then reuse them as filling material for my orders, but still it's just circulating so much plastic. And I already asked my manufacturer to not do that again, and they said no, they won't. I think they forgot. They are normally really good about stuff like that, so I'll have to mention it with them again. I quickly want to actually touch on Patreon as a topic in general. I actually decided to close the Patreon by the end of April. When you're seeing this video, all rewards should already be available on my normal shop. You can find a link in the description below if you are interested in this pin we are currently working on, or every past pin, or stickers and all that stuff. So the thing is, I really do not like Patreon service. I think I complained about it in my last week's studio vlog already, or the week before, I don't know. But since I started, and I kind of put a lot of work into making the pin club, so I feel shit about instantly closing it like after 4 months. But Patreon is such a messy website. I think they've worked way better in the past. They have taken so many features away. I also heard they had layoffs and stuff like that, so maybe they are just going smaller again or something. It's just there's a ton of features missing, especially on the back end, which don't give me a lot of insight. For example, all my customers get charged their VATs after checkout, right? Like if you sign up for the Patreon, you see the price for the Patreon, and then VAT comes on top, which, okay, fair. It's just funny because I didn't know that. But if I look on my inside of what people have paid me, right? Because I need an overview of what people paid each month. It doesn't say that it is included or excluded. And that's like insane to me. Like, I'm the person running this whole thing and you don't give me a list of what people actually paid and what of this is VAT, that's insane. But yeah, so it doesn't even give me a proper list of how people are charged. Processing fees on Patreon are actually 8%. As far as I've seen it, because also there again, really hard to figure out how much they're actually taking, because they make it as hard as possible to figure out how much they actually charge you for something. But it looks like it's 8%. I just think that's a lot. And honestly, I don't want to support them. And I don't want my customers to support them, because at the end of the day, they are not supporting me, they're supporting Patreon. I wanted to make the Patreon to get a sense of community, but honestly, that community I already have on Instagram. I engage a lot, and you know what, I'm just gonna do it through Instagram and then my own shop. So the pin club will still exist, but it will exist through my shop. So you will be able to shop everything there. I will still give a really big discount each month. So you're basically signing up for a pin that is not in production yet, and you can get it with like the little postcard and stuff like that. But yeah, that will still give a really big discount. And if you want past months rewards, you will have to pay a little bit more. That's totally up to people how they want to handle that. There's no reason to use Patreon for this, honestly. They don't offer me anything that I can't get through my shop or through Instagram already. I have had sleepless nights over this because I've actually been so pissed about it not working the way I wanted it to. So disappointed. Honestly, if you decide you want to make a Patreon, don't. Just don't. Like, as I said, the processing and transaction fees alone, insane. The fact that you don't have proper insight on your invoices or how much money is getting charged, insane. That there's not a proper Excel list, like you can obviously download one, but even that one, so unuseful. There's so little information on it. Everyone who has already been in the Patreon, has been a patron, they still get their rewards. Of course they will, but I will not allow new people to sign on, and I will not allow my customers there or my patrons there to be charged anymore until I send everything out, and then I'm closing it down. So yeah, that's the Patreon update. I'm sorry, a little bit long-winded, but it was important I finally talk about it because I didn't know where to go with this. And I've been really frustrated about it, and I've been sitting with this for at least 2 months now. Now I talked about it, and now I feel better, and now I'm happy that it's almost over.
For previous videos, that's just a headache and unnecessary content that's already up forward. They're only going to be releasing the premiere of the season.
Also ordered some new postcards, and I'm actually terribly disappointed, at least with one of them. So this is a reprint of my This Is Fine bun. I have an enamel pin of it, and I also sold this as a postcard before. I don't know, it's probably really hard to see. I don't think you can actually see that unless you would see it in real life, but the colors have different, I don't know, like splotches to them. So this green here is lighter than this green a little bit further along. And that It's really disappointing. They all look like that. It looks a little bit like when your printer runs out of ink, so I'm a little bit disappointed by that. I ordered 100 of these, thinking about if I should just throw them out. But then I also got these ones, and this is my art witch. I drew it in February in a collaboration together with Clip Studio Paint, and I really like how it turned out. I also have a second version of this with the little bun in front of a little art shop, but that one hasn't arrived yet because I'm trying a different print company. Yeah, this one looks okay. So if the new prints show up, I will show you. If they are better, I might order from them in the future. They take a little bit longer and they're a little bit more expensive, but if the quality would be better, I would be very happy. And then I think I get a reprint of these ones, and maybe I also reprint these. At least I have a shit ton of postcard then for my mystery B grades. This is a big stack, and I'm always running out of postcards for B grade bags, so sometimes I put A grades in there because I actually don't have that many B grades. But yeah, I might be putting them in there because this is very unacceptable. I do not like. Oh, by the way, before I forget about it, I thought about if I should round the corners for this one or not. So I do my corner rounding at home. This is a tight corner, and then we also have a big corner, but I don't want the big one. So it's either no corner for the postcards, or it's gonna be a small corner. I don't know why I kind of like the move better without it. Normally I'm always for corner rounding, but this time I think I like them better like this. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. I know it's such a tiny detail, but for artists this is very, very important. It makes a huge difference. I finally want to start putting some decoration up on the walls, and I want to start very small, I guess, because right now it's really empty, as you can see. But I thought about starting up here because I want to finally display all my enamel pins on like a backdrop. I've never done this before, so I'm really excited because I have so many different pin designs now, and some of them I actually discontinued, and I made sure to always keep one for myself. This was really hard because I actually sold out of some without keeping one for myself. So then I had to scramble to get someone to get me the pin again. So one of my friends I gifted it to or something like that to get it back. But officially I should actually own all my enamel pin designs now. At least I think so. Because of the renovation and moving things back and forth, I hope I actually collected all of them and didn't give one away again or something like that, or sold one by accident. I finally want to make the backdrop for it and then put everything on display to make sure that I actually have all my pins, because that has been bugging me for like 2 years. I'm not kidding you, one of the pins I had to literally track down from my ex-boyfriend. He's the only person who I knew who had it, because it was one of my earliest pins I have ever made, and I only made 25 of it. And I didn't know anyone besides him who had it. And then we broke up last year in summer, and I was like, okay, I don't care, but you better send me that stupid pin back. So I have that one. Let me actually show you guys. So he had one of these pin displays, which I actually like, but they are super expensive, so I would need a really big amount of these. I think they cost like 15 or 20 bucks, and I would need so many, so I'm not gonna get those. But this is the enamel pin, and I think a lot of you have not even seen it. This is Cocktail Bun. He was part of my very first enamel pin collection called Bun in Food Heaven. It was 6 enamel pin designs, and this was one of them. He was the least popular one, and I actually got my manufacturer to make a really small quantity of him, because normally you always have to order at least 50 or 100 with my manufacturer. But they actually managed to only make 25 of him, because it was the first time for me ordering from them. So I was like, oh, I kind of don't want to order that many, and it was also expensive. And then the other pin I didn't have for the longest time is this one. This is my milk bun carton enamel pin. It turned out so huge. I wanted it to be really small, but yeah, also part of my first enamel pin collection. And honestly, I didn't know how the sizes worked properly, so I think I ordered all of these in 2-inch. I thought every manufacturer would work with inches, even though I work with centimeters. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be nice and just use inches for them as well. But the thing is, the manufacturer is obviously from China. They also use centimeters. The only reason they use inches a lot is because they have a lot of American customers. So I could have used centimeters the whole time, but I didn't know better, so I used inches. This thing turned out huge. I wanted it to be half the size, but it's so big. And actually, almost all of the pins in that collection are really, really big. Some of you still might know Donut Bun. This one is still in my shop. I still have a few left because this one sold way better. It's also huge. It could be half the size, a third of the size, and it would still be okay. So even when I started out, I had no perception of how big or small things should be. Clearly, size does not matter to me. Yeah, I have a lot of huge pins. I don't do it on purpose. I even have a measuring tape. Every time I order something, I make sure to measure it first. Still can't visualize it, still ends up being way too big. Let's actually get started on building my enamel pin display. So my first idea was actually to just use cork boards and attach all my enamel pins to that. As I mentioned, I don't want to use those enamel pin frames. Instead, I decided to actually get canvas, just standard drawing canvas. I've never tried it with that, but I want to see if it works. It obviously has those corners, so I don't know if pins can actually go through the wood, but it could at least work in the middle. And I thought we could paint it so it looks a little bit better. It's at least way lighter, and I thought I'd do two. I want to see if they both fit first, and then we need to get all my pins once and see if they even fit on the canvas. So there's a little bit testing involved with this. If this is actually gonna work, I'm not 100% sure. Otherwise, we go for cork. Here is what cork would actually look like if you paint it, because I did that for my enamel pin drawers and just like really small pieces. It's always a backdrop here. We're gonna test canvas now. I don't even know if I need that much, to be honest. Again, can't visualize how many. Maybe 3 of these, and then they would be hanging like this. So this ended up actually working really great, much better than I thought it would. Like the whole canvas piece itself, they stick really nicely, and I think this would work. So these are all my pins, and they are sorted. And it looks that they are all accounted for, and it looks like it's actually not that much. It's so little. I thought I made way more. And these are all the pins if they are randomized. I'm sorry, the light is really bad. It's cute, but I don't know. I put it away now. I need to think about it for a second. Stuff like this, I just feel like it's very permanent. Like it's gonna stay at my wall, on my wall. I can't easily take it off again because the walls in this room are so complicated. So I wanna make sure I do this right. Come, Papa.
I'll lean down more, I'll put my arms down.
And here's the finished version. These are all my macaroon friends. I made a few. I don't know, I kind of want to make more, but I also feel like it's gonna be too much. As you can see, some of them have multiple ones. So the Bun Bun is there twice, the Chow Chow is there twice, and also we have 3 bears, just in different colors because it's a polar bear, panda, and normal bear. And then we also have multiple cats, just because I really like this one. This one turned out so cute. So yeah, I feel like maybe I should do a little bit more so we have some variety, but on the other hand, it's quite a lot already. I think it's 14, so maybe I should stop. Let me know what I should do with these and if I should make more. What animals should I do? I want 100% to make them into stickers. I also asked on social media not too long ago what I should do with these, and people had just like the most insane ideas, like, oh, make pillows and plushies and backpacks out of them. And I was like, yeah, is somebody gonna give me like 100K to do that? Like, the ideas are good, but it's like, it's also needs to be something that is actually something that I can pay for, because this would be very expensive. So I'm 100% making stickers out of these. What I wanted to do is make one sticker sheet where all of them are on the sticker sheet. So they are a little bit smaller. It's an A5 sticker sheet, and then I think the stickers are gonna be like this big. And then maybe I also wanted to do holographic stickers. And for the holographic stickers, I was thinking that you can buy them one by one. For the sticker sheet, you get all of them, but if you only want a certain one, you can just pick up a holographic sticker instead. And then maybe I wanted to do keychains out of them. I'm not 100% sure. They would come with me to Dokumi, and I'm just not sure if I'm doing too much at this point, because something like keychains and sticker sheets, also washi tapes, they normally don't go really well on conventions for me, because I have so many really big products that they kind of get easily overlooked. I need to figure out the setup so people can see them. But because it's not only bunnies for once, but also other animals, I thought it could be a cute idea to also bring them as keychains. I thought about pins, but I think that's gonna be too much, especially because I also worked on my gachapon pins. I ordered a new gachapon machine because my other one is just too heavy and it needs electricity to work. Wasn't working for the longest time. We got it to work now, but I already ordered a new one. And the new gachapon is a little bit lighter because it's made of plastic and also doesn't need electricity. That should arrive before Dokumi, but I also want something in the gachapon for Dokumi. So I decided to design new enamel pins again. I'm doing too many fakes, I swear. Okay, so let me actually show you the gachapon enamel pins I've worked on. They look like this. This was a blank, so it's just the base for the bun and for all the enamel pins. So the first one we have is Boba Bun. He's supposed to be transparent and see-through, and then this is gonna be where the boba is. And then we have Froggy Friend Bun. Then we have Goth Bun. Then I worked on Princess Fairy Bun and also on Sheep Bun. The ideas come from my Instagram. I asked people to give me some ideas for Bun. I'm really in love with the fairy princess one. It's really cute. I also want to do an angel and a devil, probably. I want to do 12 in total, but I'm not fully done yet, as you can see. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. So these are coming as well. I hope I can show you the finished one in the next week's vlog, because I kind of have to get them done so I can order them as well. I'm spending way too much money, help me. Should I make these also as stickers? Because these would make super cute stickers too. Damn it! Okay, on the other hand, stickers are not nearly as expensive, but I'm really in love with this one. It would be such a cute sticker. But I think I'm actually gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week is gonna be more of the same. I want to finish the gachapon enamel pins, as I mentioned, and I also want to finish our enamel pin display project. I ended up ordering actually some felt now, like the material felt. So I want to try to cover the canvas in that. Hopefully that works. Maybe we can finish that. And other than that, I think most of the production prep is done. There's a few small things, but I can do them a little bit later. So we can do some other stuff next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope I see you again for next week's vlog. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.